All right, everybody, we start a little bit early tonight because, well, we have some price action that we should be paying attention to. So hopefully you guys had a wonderful weekend, and let's get some tunes on here for you guys. Whoa. Sorry about that, guys. All right, so we do have a short that's in on the daily for Bitcoin on the multi-range indicator, but I personally don't really like this. I mean, the short's okay because if you took the short, I guess you'd be in a profit right now. But we're sitting above the daily. What is that? That's the 200-day. We're sitting above the daily 200-day moving average and the 50-day moving average. I know, right? Two people here. Shocker. It's a Super Bowl weekend, man. So whatever. It might be just a quick short stream. No big deal. Let's see. Hang on. Let me know if the music's too loud. All right, so we're gonna cover Tether real fast. Tether, putting in a long here, okay, down here at this bottom of the support range, right? And Tether's sitting around 53 on the RSI, so bullish on the daily. All right. Not looking too good for crypto right this moment on the daily chart, but guys, day to day, you're like, we could see price action. I'm not too worried about the daily time frames or the 3-day time frames, even though we could see some reversals here on the shorter time scales, right? We could see Tether come back up to test, 7.338, this fib extension right here. All right, so that could send, Bitcoin lower, right? And that would be confluent with what we were talking about there on the daily chart with the short that's in. And, this could be like an inverse head and shoulder structure that's in development. We could see this go up, right? We could see some more blood, right? That's what we're talking about right now. We could see that happen the next couple days, maybe next week or two, all right? And just got to kind of be aware of that, all right? So if we do end up breaking these resistance points here for Tether, we're going to see crypto go down, all right? DXY, so similarly here, DXY holding the median channel here. We had a breakout and a back test, and now on the monthly time scale, it looks like it's just holding this support. Weekly also, you can see we're getting this little bounce here, and it's coming back up to retest this level up here. And you're still holding above the weekly 200-week moving average for the dollar index. We're throwing some weekly longs here on Tether or on DXY, and we got a cross up above 20 here on the weekly stochastic. So yeah, we could see the DXY go up a bit, man. Unfortunately, we did see a nice pullback from the dollar. We could see the DXY rally back up to that 105 region, which looks like the real next region here that we're looking at as a major resistance point in the next week or two. All right, so that's something to pay attention to. Obviously, it's not good news, but I'm here to just tell you what I'm seeing on the chart. So hopefully we get some rejection here, and this doesn't really play out, and we get some. I mean, we do have a daily that's telling us maybe we could see a rejection here, but we'll see how this plays out. We are below most of the major moving averages here on the daily chart for the DXY. This kind of looks a lot like Tether, right? So Tether right at resistance right here, which is why I am taking some long scalp trades on the shorter time scales. And yeah, so, but Tuesday is like the big CPI day, right? And it kind of would make some sense that, you know, if you zoom out on the monthly chart, that the trend is still down for Tether, right? Like this doesn't look like it's going up right now, even though the shorter time scales might be like, you know, pushing it up a little bit, and we might get a pullback, and we might see some consolidations at these, you know, $20,000 to $22,000 levels. We could go sideways for a bit. You know, we had a big breakout like beginning of January, so you know we went straight up for a month. We need to cool this thing to cool this down a little bit. You know, they can't just let it take off, right? So consolidation or retest or back test are normal in these types of scenarios, guys. I'm still bullish on the long term here, like the monthly chart. To me, this looks like Tether's coming down. 2-week chart also, even though it's sitting like just bullish territory right here, but the high and the lower high here on the RSI to me tells me that we could see some more downside in the coming weeks, months. Okay, and don't get too caught up in the day-to-day price action. All right, that's the problem that a lot of traders have, is they get caught up in that, and they get stressed out, and they're like, oh my god, it's going down, oh my god, it's going up. Well, zoom out, guys, zoom out. What's the big picture? The big picture says a lot of these coins bottomed out, and they're going to be doing their major retracements, okay? And a lot of them have started that. All right? So I think just playing the patient game is the way to go. Again, if you're a day trader or, you know, like a short scalp trader, then you want to know what's happening within the hour, right? Well, you can look at the Tether chart on the hourly and see what it's doing. Like right now, okay, we have an hourly that's long, all right? Careful though, because we're coming towards a resistance. All right, so you know I wouldn't be looking for short trades here. I'd probably be looking for long trades, especially if this gets rejected up here. All right. Anyways, you know hourly is sitting bullish for Tether right now, 64 on the RSI and the hourly. All right, so I think maybe we see a bit of retracement back to the upside for crypto, unless we start breaking this resistance here at 7.11. If we break 7.11, probably a good time to get out of your longs and maybe look to flip short if you're trading like a really small time scale, okay? Hopefully that's informative for you guys, for those folks that are trading shorter time scales. Longer time scales, just zoom out, guys. Zooming out is all you need to do, and you'll notice that a lot of these patterns are in major setups on weekly and monthly charts. I know we got 2 people watching the stream tonight. Seems like a really good stream to watch. What is it? Just James and tow. I also started early, so we can just chill for a bit. We didn't even get the closure yet. That is a strong close, right? If Tether closes like this. What's good, Angel? So what I do like is that Bitcoin is holding above these major moving averages on the daily chart. The weekly crossed back above the 21 EMA, which is typically a really good sign for entering into an uptrend or maybe a bull market, as it did here. We need to reclaim the 200-week moving average though, which is around 25K. If you guys are just joining us here, we think there's going to be some. We think there's going to be some upside here in the next hour or so, because Tether is right at resistance, so I don't expect it to just break out right away, unless the DXY really just starts pushing. Then maybe we can see that, but we'll see. This hourly up here is bullish. Okay, we have Stokes that are almost crossing back down though, so we'll see how this goes. We do have a daily that's long, I think, on Tether, though, right? Yeah. All right, so, I mean, your daily's long on Tether. Just tread carefully in long trades. Cycle repaint. Yeah, we can take a look at it. Let's see. Let's look at fear and greed. So we're back to neutral. Cycle repaint. It's calling for a consolidation. So like 21.5. Yeah, so just some sideways price action before up is what it's saying. I don't know, but this is just just relying on what it did in the 2018 cycle. So, you know, it's different times, different cycle. All right. But we are in a long on audio that's in a profit right now. If you guys are part of the alert service, we did take this trade setup. We're you know, at the bottom of this range here. It looked to me like maybe some sort of Adam and Eve double bottom. You know, you have your bottom here and making a double bottom here. This could send it back up to about 29 cents in time if Bitcoin really just consolidates and doesn't start crashing. So this trade's at a nice profit right here, right now. This coin actually did have that daily stochastic bullish divergence that James Franco was talking about here at the beginning of the stream. So we have the low and the higher low, right? And we're sitting at a bottom of a range. You know, the short signal came in. It's a little, I think it's a little late, but we'll see. I mean, this is just a scalp trade, so it could end up rejecting this range again and then come down and actually break the range to the downside. But, you know, we'll see how that plays out. Sometimes you get shorts in the middle of ranges or shorts in a consolidation with the multi-range indicator. It's not always 100%, right? That's the problem with it. 3-day chart's also still long on it. All right, yeah, we'll take a look at oil, gold, and S&P, and NASDAQ, and Ethereum, all right? If you guys are liking the stream, make sure you guys smash up the like button, hit the subscribe button, and tick the notification bell. All right. So oil looks like it's coiling back up here, right? Like it's consolidating above the weekly 200-day moving average. It looks like some sort of rounding action here on oil. Okay. That's what it looks like to me. I could be very wrong, but that's what it looks like, Toe. Natural gas, take a look at that. Natural gas is wrecked at weekly support. It might have even done a full reset, man. I mean, this looks. Not quite. You might need, you know, the 100 full 100% retracement on it. But we do have a weekly long that's in. Natural gas is a buy. All right, render. Let's see. Monthly looks pretty retarded. Like this thing's gonna do something stupid, man. You might want to just stay patient with it. But yeah, you got up to the 618 fib extension. Could be looking at a bit of a pullback, maybe down to like $1 if you really continue the, you know, the movements down for Bitcoin. We'll see. I mean, it looks like it's just consolidating for right now around this 150 region. So just pay attention to it. But it made a pretty big rip out. You do have a 4-hour long that's in. It could consolidate here for a bit before maybe attempting another rally, or it gets rejected here and then it could come down to the next Fibonacci level or to the 200 4-hour moving average there. I'm sorry to hear that, man. Well, maybe you should set up some stops or some dollar cost averages to get yourself out of that, right? But you're literally sitting on a Fibonacci level right here. This coin doesn't have a lot of data, so you know, I don't know. Not really the best coin to trade in my opinion because it doesn't have data. But yeah. All right, so NASDAQ, you got to zoom out. Let's zoom out, man. The monthly, we got a long signal on the monthly a while ago. It started starting to round out here on the monthly chart. Everyone's all bearish and shit, and I'm not. I mean, yeah, we got some rejection here these last couple days, couple weeks, but we'll see how we close the month. All right, so if we can close the month back above, you know, 13,000, I'd say that's a pretty good sign for the NASDAQ. For the S&P, probably a similar story. We got some rejection, right? S&P looks a little bit better. We're above the 20. We're above the 20 EMA, so that's good. Every single time we go back above the 20 EMA, we go on at least somewhat of a run. We covered the DXY earlier, so DXY looks like it might be starting to make a reversal. All right, so that 105 region is what we're targeting for DXY. All right, so that's Dixie, S&P, NASDAQ, Tether, Bitcoin. We'll cover ETH here. ETH, we get that monthly long signaling back here in September during this consolidation. And I think it looks fine, honestly, guys. Like, I'm not really too worried about ETH. ETH outperforming the rest of the market. ETH actually broke this monthly wedge pattern here. I mean, so ETH looking pretty good. All right, we got to just get. Looks like it's just back testing after a breakout here. So we got a breakout, and now we got a back test, and we could consolidate here for a bit before making its next major leg. All right, so just stay patient if you're in ETH long term here. Actually, you know, we do have a weekly sell that's in, so we could see some more downside on ETH. Could come back down to back test, you know, 1300 area. But we could see something like this happen where it comes down to back test this region again before it then actually goes back up. So look for that. We could get that in the coming weeks. If it really starts to lose steam here and lots of selling comes in. But for right this very second, I think it's okay. Until we start losing this level, but we didn't lose a level just yet. All right, like I said, Tether was near that hourly resistance, so we could see maybe some long scalps come in here. and I'm currently in one myself. All right. We've got 13 people watching. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Make sure you guys smash that like button up, hit the subscribe button if you're new to the channel, and tick the notification bell. All right. I'll take some tickers for you guys. XCN. All right, let's take a look at that. Bro, I mean, like, what do you want me to say about this coin, dude? There's like no chart data on it. Yo, Crypto Pants, what's up, dude? You see what I mean, man? There's like, what do you want me to say? I don't really see a structure here. I just see a big, nasty candle to the downside. I mean, I don't know, dude. Your guess is as good as mine what the hell this thing is going to do. It's pretty wrecked on the weekly. It's still sitting at 26 on the RSI. Yeah. I mean, if this is the bottom, which we don't know if this is the bottom on this thing, I have no clue. But if it is, it'll go and test, 1.68 cents and hold it as support. How's it going, PM? Sure, we'll look at Sol. So Sol is just Sol's in a channel or maybe a descending broadening formation. Yeah, I guess Sol is kind of in a descending broadening formation, right? Like if you were to just extend this out, this to me looks like a descending broadening wedge pattern. These usually break to the upside. You might get a partial decline where you come down. You might come down to like, $15 or something, make a higher low, and then rally out of here, okay? So something like that could happen or could occur there for Sol. And you're kind of in no man's land here, in the middle of a range, right? You got lots of overhead resistance above you here. $30 is a big level there for Sol break. Right, you can look left in the chart. You see, this was a previous support. Now it's acting as a resistance. Yeah, I checked the DXY before, brother, earlier in the stream. But yeah, so going back to Sol, it could come back down to this fib level, right? This 1645 region, and retest that. Why not? Right, we got a bit of rejection up here. If Bitcoin really takes a plunge down to 20.7K and Tether really starts ripping, which I think it might do, then yeah, we're going to see Sol come all the way back down. Why not? Retest this range. Maybe make a higher low here and then rally out of here. Right? Yeah, the place to dollar cost average is like your major, your major support levels, right? Look left on the chart, your fib levels. VXV, I didn't check that. Now we'll take a look at it in a second. I'm done covering Solana here. All right, VXV. Vector Space. What is this shenanigans coin? Probably another AI coin or something, right? All right, so if this is the data you're giving me here, let's look at the monthly chart. Again, not a lot of data, man. Came up to did a 38% retracement, pulling back, common area for a retracement after a reversal. And yeah, you could go back down to test 68 cents. Why not? Or this range low here. This range low is 70 cents. Sure, we'll take a look at CRV in a second, Crypto Pants. Yeah, so VXV, why not a retest of the range low after getting rejected here at the 382 fib extension? You know, maybe you make some sort of double bottom formation and then rally again. Aptos, we'll take a look at it. We're going to look at CRV first. CRV doesn't look too hot here, right? Getting rejected off that 21 EMA. Could see some more downside on that off the 4-hour chart. So let's take a look at CRV on the monthly. Monthly looks okay. Again, not a lot of data on these coins, man. I mean, whatever. Lots of these coins don't have lots of data, but so monthly looks okay. You made a bottom here, and it looks like maybe a double bottom potentially, and you really got to break back above that 148 region. This could take time, right? So we could see on the shorter time scales, we could see CRV come back down, maybe to retest the 78 cent region if it starts breaking this support here. All right. We're going to turn a lot of this shit off here in a second. Let me change this song. It's annoying me already. Okay. So our swing high to our swing low that we made. Yeah, so we're sitting just below the 236 fib extension, around that dollar region. You know, we could see, like I said, we could see CRV come back down to 80 cents. This region right here. All right, that wouldn't actually really be a bad thing to see if it comes down here and uses it as support to get its next leg. Okay. But look out for that. That could happen. All right, we'll look at Aptos. So a good place for Aptos would probably be the retest of this break that it had, which is like 10 bucks. We'll look at SXP also. Again, not a lot of data on Aptos, so it's really difficult to know. But, you know, it did break out, right? It broke out past this candle body here, and it would make sense for it to come back down to retest this breakout, which is like right around $10, right? SXP, we'll take a look at it. Even though we gave TA in the alert channel for this one a while ago, and this one was in some sort of harmonic structure. Forget how I had this drawn out, but I think it was like a deep crab formation or deep. Yeah, I think it was a deep crab. Right, you had this, or maybe it was just a harmonic. Okay, but basically, we had like weekly longs that came in on this after breaking a wedge. All right, so we broke this wedge here. We gave an entry on it at like, I don't know, right after this long that came in, probably like 25 cents or something. So yeah, this will continue running. I mean, in the longer term, right? Maybe not the short term. In the short term, it just comes back down to back test, right? Remember, guys, after you get massive moves or breakouts, you're going to see back tests and retests. Like nothing just goes straight up. We can check DOT, sure. But yeah, this did 100% retracement. right? So from the swing low to the swing high, came right back down to the swing low. So we could see this asset next target really 41 cents, and that's going to be a big. There's lots of resistance here, right? Lots of resistance here. So that could be an area, if it does continue to rally, it could come back up to this region, get rejected here, and then come back down and retest this area of support before making its next move. Okay. Something to pay attention to, right? All right, let's take a look at DOT. Excuse me. All right, DOT. DOT monthly chart looks good. We got a long that came in like sometime in September there. So DOT broke this wedge. We got a nice bullish engulfing candle last month, right? Can be drawn from here. We have multiple touch points along this trend line. And a break. So we could see this back test. Why not? Why can't it come down to 542? All right, that's this area right here. All right, as long as we don't engulf the previous month's candle, I mean, I don't see why we can't come back down to retest, 548. Right, this candle body open. If we're going to see Bitcoin drop and the tether go up. So a breakout and a back test doesn't surprise me. It's pretty normal. Like, you usually get those even when you're not in a bull market and you're getting, common retracements on assets, okay? So, but yeah, look, the monthly is starting to, change its direction here. We just started going green. There's no sell signal on the monthly chart. I'm not expecting major downside for these assets right here, right now. I'm actually just expecting, just normal pullbacks. And in this market, a normal pullback is 30 to 40%, or maybe even up to 50%. So staying patient is key, all right, if you're in spot trades. All right, so that's DOT. DOT still looks fine to me, technically speaking, on the monthly chart. And that's it. I mean, you're sitting at 46 on the monthly RSI. You're still in the buy zone, in my opinion, all right, on the monthly chart. Adam, we'll take a look at it. Adam also looks good here, like monthly chart, stochastics at 15. Once you get across to 20, we're going to see major moves from this asset, all right? Could take some time, guys. Like I said, these next week or two, we could see some pullbacks, right? Tether going up, DXY maybe going up. It's a good time to find spots to dollar cost average into longer term positions is what I'm saying. But of course, do your own research. None of this is financial advice. It's just for entertainment purposes only. All right, so Adam in a long-term channel up here, respecting the channel beautifully. We could easily see this this asset go back up in time, and this could take a year or two, right? But it wouldn't really shock me at all if this thing went back up, made a move to $130 in the next 2 years. All right. I know it sounds crazy, but as soon as you start holding these lows and making double bottoms here, you're looking at just short term. You're looking at least probably a move back up to the 786 or the 886 from this double bottom, right? So in the short term, probably the next 6 months, maybe a year, you could see a $30 atom. All right. And then after you do that and you come back down, you probably retest this area here. And then you go on your last leg, right? You might not even come all the way back down. You might just end up using $20 as support once you make that leg up. But yeah, so just visualizing this stuff, seeing this stuff on charts is something you guys should, start paying attention to, trying to find the trend lines, trying to find what areas are, confluent areas on the chart. It's going to really help your long-term game out, okay? But yeah, so far this is actually producing a lower high here on the daily time scale, right? So we have this high, we have a lower high, We have a low, we have a higher low, and we could maybe just come down to test the POC, which is $11.24. Maybe it makes another higher low and then tries to rally again. All right. Keep getting link alerts. Let's see what's going on with link right now. Not much, just stuck in a range. Looks like it's going to roll over, actually. Link might come down further. 612. Yeah, Link doesn't look too hot, man. Looks like a pretty nasty bear flag. Just been stuck in it. Algorand? Sure, let's take a look at Algorand. We did get a monthly long that came in sometime in August, September. It's still kind of killing out the negative momentum here. But let's see. This is pretty close. I mean, you're looking at maybe a range low right on the monthly. And, sitting at 34 on the RSI, that looks pretty good to me on the monthly. And, this could be maybe 1, 2, 3 drives of hidden bullish divergence on the monthly chart. So on the monthly time scale, this looks pretty good. And, we have a 3-week long that's in also with the volume kind of really receded here. So longer time scales look pretty good for Algorand. Sure, we'll take a look at Flow, man, after we look at Algo. Again, if you guys are enjoying the content, make sure you guys smash up the like button, hit the subscribe button, tick the notification bell. We appreciate that. So Algorand did basically a 100% retracement, not counting these wick lows. And we could see here that this looks like maybe some sort of wedge break on the monthly chart. It looks like it's pretty close to breaking out. All right, let's go to the line chart, see what's going on here. So on the line chart, I think it's out technically. Yeah, so the line chart broke out on the monthly. Beautiful. But on regular candles, yeah, I mean, it's out. It's just you're getting rejected right here, right now, because of what's happening with Tether and Bitcoin right now, right? So, yeah, I mean, these altcoins are just going to follow whatever Bitcoin's doing. But this, to me, looks like a major setup, all right? Even if you just do a common retracement up to, 58 cents, which is the median trend line of this structure. All right, this looks pretty good, like a good long-term opportunity down at the bottom of a range, all right? Not financial advice, of course. Make sure you guys do your own research on these coins, all right? We'll take a look at Flow. I like Flow. But I don't, if we really do see continuation down in this market, we don't really know if this is the bottom for Flow. Even though it's making these white candles here, we don't actually have like even a long signal in on Flow on the monthly. The weekly, we even have a sell signal on the monthly too. So, or the weekly. So I don't know, man. This doesn't look too hot right now. Yeah. I mean, not that I would sell Flow here, but we don't know if this is a bottom, man. That's the problem. Even though this did kind of break out Sure, we'll take a look at Mana. So, I mean, I don't know. I guess this did break out. It's just down sloping and consolidating here. We don't know if this is the bottom for this asset, though. We have no idea if this is the bottom. The reason why we don't know is because it hasn't been able to reclaim that $1.70 region. Once it does that, then we know that this is the bottom. But right now, we don't have enough information to dictate that. We'll look at Mana, sure. So Tether's ripping right now. So like I said before, we could see some further downside in this market if Tether continues its move, right? All right, so we got a nice reaction rally off the 50% retracement region here. And we could come back down to test 56 cents. That's what it's looking like it's going to do on the monthly chart if we're going to see some downside. And so, yeah, so 56 cents is that Fibonacci level right here. That's a big area that it pumped through here, and now it's probably going to back test. And we could see come all the way down to 41 cents, as long as it doesn't engulf this monthly candle, right? Why not? And this break was a channel, a nice channel breakout. So you're going to get your back test and then maybe your continuation. Right? Your monthly is long. And we have a monthly that's long, and volume is completely receding here. So it looks like there's something setting up on this long-term chart here, right? Like, hey, the monthly stochastics just started to tick up, right? We got a nice little pump last month. This could go sideways or consolidate or back test for a bit before it goes on another run. We'll also take a look at AXS, sure. We'll look at tether dominance as well. Yeah, we looked at it before. We'll look at it again. Yeah, AXS looks like it's trying to make a monthly reversal, right? That's why I think I spoke about this one because I liked it, what it was doing. We want to see this thing get back above 1044, 1050, right? This level right here. Now, this is a pretty critical spot for AXS to get back above. Right, looking left, you can see that once back above that, you just went straight up. So you want to get back above that. If you don't, and you got support here around what is that? 9.25. So 9.25 could be your next support if you don't hold where you're at. And that definitely was a breakout candle, so can't ignore that. So that was a break of a wedge structure. And yeah, I mean, breakout, back test. Like I keep talking about, going to get these back tests, right? Everyone's all scared about this market right now. I mean, I'm not really scared just yet. You know, I don't get scared until Bitcoin really starts breaking the lows. Then you can really worry about further lows, right? But for now, we have a long on the monthly here. This thing looks like it's about to cross its plane. Sitting at 50 on the RSI, or 49, just about to turn bullish on the monthly. That's pretty good, man. That's pretty good. All right, we'll take a look at tether dominance, but got to get back above that 1050 region here for AXS. Right, looking left on the chart, that's that candle body close high here, and we got briefly above it. We even rallied into the next resistance, but now we're pulling back. Probably got extended overbought on the smaller time scales. All right, so tether dominance. Tether dominance on the monthly. We got a short back here in August, okay, and it went sideways. Actually went up a bit. We got another early sell signal here, and we got that bearish divergence to play out, and now we're seeing that this actually started its breakdown. But the 3-day chart or the shorter time scales look like we could see a short-term reversal, which could bring assets back down, okay? That's what we're talking about, these retests that we're going to see. Right? Because the 3-day looks like, hey, this could be looking like it's rounding out here, right? Yeah, it very well could be very well could be rounding out, and we could see a lot of these coins retrace or retest their lows before their breakouts, right? Do I expect new all-time highs from Tether? No, I don't. I don't expect new all-time highs from Tether. I do expect a back test of this region here, and most likely this confluent region where all these crisscrosses of the parallel channels. So probably up to about that 7.3% region. Okay. We still have a short signal in, but obviously, you know, on the shorter time scales, like the daily flip long here. So we could see, like I said, we could see anywhere between that 7.24 to 7.4% region for Tether. So maybe expect some further downside in the coming days, in the next week or so, okay? Consolidations are normal after big breakouts and big major movements in markets, okay? All right. You guys have any other tickers you guys want me to look at? No, I'm going to keep my eyes peeled on my trade right now, which is audio. Still in this long right now. Yeah. I'm in a small profit on it. I'm wondering if I should just take it and run. Or is this going to continue to push a bit? I did say 0.2725. We'll see if we get a little bit more price action on that. All right, so Dodo. This coin, excuse me. Yeah, this coin did a full reset. So definitely in a value zone on the weekly and the monthly for sure. You got a monthly pivot that's in. We could see this asset do a common retracement after doing an 886 retracement. We could see it rally up to, you know, $1. Why not? And then come back down, or maybe somewhere in between, 67 cents. There's lots of upside to be had on this asset. This looks good for a nice retracement for sure. To get some volume, right? Which it hasn't had. And yeah, we have a long signal that's in. All right, on the monthly. Becomes valid once it crosses the plane. Okay, so the 3-week just started turning green. You got some ticks up here. The 2-week chart, you know, you got a little bit of an early sell signal that came in, but you could just consolidate here for a bit before, you know, eventually going back up. All depending on what Bitcoin does, really. So we just discussed that Tether's going to go up here in the next few days, maybe week. So I wouldn't expect much out of Dodo coin, just saying, you know. All right. I'm expecting some downside, guys. All right. Downside, next few days, downside. Maybe next week, downside. That's really it. There's nothing else to talk about other than let's wait for some more information to come in about what Tether's doing and you know, what levels we're going to be at. I'm probably going to cut this trade that I'm in. Basically scratch on it. It's fine by me. I took a $30 loss. Okay, no big deal. All right. I don't like to take shorts towards bottoms of ranges though, so I'm not gonna be shorting anything. Not down here. Right, this is towards the bottom of a range. And well, I guess your next real major support for this would be 24 cents if it does break down. So there's that. That could happen. Yeah, I don't know. We got a short signal in up here on a 3-day chart. I think the daily's short also. Daily is short. All right, so there you go. Take a short trade. Take a short trade. It's weird. So regular candles, it's a I don't know, man. This market's gonna go sideways, I think. I don't think anything good happens for a bit. We made some big rallies up and just consolidations and stuff up here, and yeah. That's really it. There's not really too much else to talk about aside from we could see some sideways price action, some back tests. And once those back tests are completed, we could see some rallies after that, right? So just pay attention to those levels, right? So for DYDX, we were talking about this one. We got this nice bounce at 240. It made a lower high here on 274, but it just came back down to it's retesting this low now, right? It's retesting this low. So what happens when you start holding this low again? You make double bottoms and you start consolidating there. Those are all good signs. But you got to do that first. You got to see how that goes, right? We got an early sell that's in on the weekly here. So this, like I said, this could just come back down and retest that range that it broke out from. Parabolic sideways price action. That's right. I have a tendency to believe that multi-range is probably right here with the short. And this could take some time, I guess. But yeah, bottom of the range is like 24 cents on this. There's nothing over here. Not that hard to believe. Yeah, there is. Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah, so yeah, there's some support here at 26. Yeah, I don't know. It's I don't know. I wouldn't really call this a wedge or anything right now. This is just, well, it could be actually. The daily was showing something like that, which is, I think that's why I took the trade, but I don't know. I cut it. Fine. I don't always need to be in a trade. Cool. All right, gentlemen, ladies, you guys have a wonderful evening. I just wanted to pop on here real fast and give you guys some TA. As I do every week. All right. So if you guys enjoyed the content, you guys know what to do. Leave a like, leave a comment. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, join the Discord. You can message me, Mr. Know-It-All on the Discord channel, and we'll get you guys going with whatever you guys need. All right. Thank you guys so much. You guys have a wonderful week. Oh, I have some questions. Can you explain how multi-range works? Do you take the trade right away or set a buy order or a bit below, or do you scale into the buy? It really varies based on what I'm seeing on the chart. Multi-range are really just used as like a confirmation. So like right now, the 4 hour is technically short, but yeah, I took a long trade because, well, the 15-minute was oversold and I got a 15-minute pivot right at a support. It's just really difficult for me to want to take shorts at a support. So like if I do get a short at a support, I'm like, I don't necessarily want a short at support. But yeah, I'd rather just scratch a trade and wait for a new opportunity. Like technically this is still saying short on the daily. All right. And yeah, I mean, I guess you could say that you're towards the top of a range up here, or not the exact top, but you're the bottom, you're in the middle of a bottom of a range actually. So, I don't know. And, Tether can just get rejected up here and negate it's long signal that just came in too. Like it could just get rejected here because the monthly and the weekly charts are still pointing down. Like we have a bearish engulfing candle. Like I said, this could come back up to back test or retest, 7 up to maybe 7.5%. That'd be a big pullback in the market again, but anything's possible, right? We have 3 day, the 3 days is starting to go back up. So we could see this pullback. We could see the market pull back a bit. We could go sideways and consolidate a bit. This is just the dominance of Tether. So, if the Tether dominance goes up, well, assets usually pull back, right? And usually, if you're at 40 on the RSI, you're still in the bearish control zone, but you're teetering between bearish and almost bullish as 50, right? So I have a feeling that I'm going to be right with that long trade I took that I just closed, but that's okay. No big deal. We'll find another trade setup. All right, guys, we'll catch you guys on the next one. Make sure you guys smash it up for me if you guys enjoyed it. All right, thank you so much. Have a wonderful week.